We all have heard of people who have silly fears: fear of height, fear of confined spaces, fear of dark. In this episode, our narrator learns firsthand that some fears are not always silly. I moved in with my roommate Megan a few months ago. My housing for the school year fell through at the last second, and even though I didn't want to live with a stranger, the room was a good price and I didn't exactly have a lot of options. The apartment we live in is actually pretty nice. Megan is okay too. She's pretty quiet, doesn't have a lot of people over, doesn't play loud music, cleans up after herself. You get the picture. I wouldn't say we are friends, but we are comfortable with each other. She does have a few eccentricities though. They're all pretty harmless, but the one that got my nerves was her fear of the dark. I know it's normal for some adults, and I don't care if she has a night light lamp or a damn flashlight shining right at her face at night. Makes no difference to me what she does in her room. What bothered me is that she insisted on bringing me into this fear too. Before I moved in, I had to agree to follow two rules. The first was I also had to sleep with the night lights on in my room, and the second was that we keep the hallway light on at night so that she wouldn't have to walk in the dark if she needed to use the washroom. Keeping a night light in my own room always felt weird and a little invasive, but I did it out of respect for the agreement. The hall light bothered me because I could see it illuminating the cracks around my door, but again, I got it. She was afraid. Obviously, I wouldn't be posting here if that was the end of things though. 3 nights ago, my nightlight burned out. I ordered a new one on Amazon since the stores in our area are still pretty much shut down. It said it would take about a week to arrive, but it's not like Megan actually comes in my room, so I didn't think it would be a big deal, at least not until I went to sleep. Initially, I felt more relaxed. I've always slept better in a dark room, and I fell asleep faster than I had the whole time I've been in this apartment. I woke up during the night, and that's when the trouble started. Part of the light that shines through my door frame was blocked out. It looked like someone was standing on the other side of the door. I thought it must have been Megan getting up to use the bathroom, but it just stayed there, not moving. I decided to ignore it and just go back to sleep. After all, this was my first night sleeping without a nightlight, so maybe I was just getting worked up over nothing. The next night, I woke up again, feeling a bit uneasy. I opened my eyes halfway and saw that the night light was being blocked out again. This time, it seemed closer. It looked like there was something inside my room instead of outside of it. I stupidly called out Megan's name, thinking it must have been her, but no response. No movement. I rubbed my eyes, and when I opened them, the shadow was gone. I was willing to entertain the idea that maybe I was just getting a little paranoid because I was back to sleeping in the dark after a few months. I thought maybe Megan's fear of the dark had made me a little bit afraid too. Last night, however, was confirmation that her fears might not be unfounded. Just like the previous 2 nights, I woke up at some point feeling a sense of dread. I didn't want to open my eyes. I tried to force myself to go back to sleep and avoid looking towards the door. Eventually, my curiosity, or maybe stupidity, got the best of me and I opened my eyes. This time, there was no denying that the light was being blocked out from inside my room. I could see a very clear outline of a man covering the door frame, and it was much closer than the night before. I'm not ashamed to say I screamed. Megan came running in and flipped on the light switch, and there was nothing there. I contemplated telling her I just had a nightmare, but then she noticed my nightlight wasn't plugged in. Her eyes looked like saucers, and she sat on the end of my bed. I have these rules in place for a reason, you know. You need to sleep with the light on, and he'll go away, she said. My mouth felt like sandpaper. I could feel my palms getting sweatier. How did she know I saw a man? What the hell had I gotten into by moving in here? I assured her that I had ordered a new nightlight, but I told her that each night he seemed to be getting closer. She took my hands, looked right into my eyes, and told me to swear on my life that I would sleep with the main light on all night until my delivery came. She was squeezing my hands so tightly I thought my fingers might snap. At that point, I was sufficiently terrified and agreed. Tonight, I got into bed, overhead light on. It took me a few hours to start feeling tired. A mixture of bright light and paralyzing fear is a great way to keep yourself awake. I actually started feeling comfortable around midnight, knowing that I wouldn't see whatever that thing was, but then I heard something. A low hum coming from the light bulb turned into a crackle, and then the room plunged into complete darkness. Not even the hallway light was shining through the door frame anymore. I ran to the light switch and tried it a few times, but nothing happened. So I bolted back to bed and plugged in my phone. No electricity. I yelled for Megan, but she didn't answer. It's almost deafeningly quiet in here. I don't know why she won't respond, but I'm not about to go check. Not while it's still dark. I'm typing this all out of my phone, hoping that whatever light the screen provides will be enough to get me through these last couple of hours until sunrise. As the battery level flashes 9%, my hope starts to fade.